Now, mind you, we have a tall gate, okay? A tall gate. All right, we done dug a hole underneath to make some room underneath the gate so I could be able to receive the Subway sandwich. Now, when she sent the first sandwich, it got smushed, right? But I'm still gonna eat that joint. I'm still gonna eat it up. She tossed the chips over the gate. All right, cool. She did not warn me that she was going to throw a juice over the gate. I wasn't ready. I'm in the midst of thanking her. All of a sudden, I see a juice just. Now we got a red brick home. So it's just boom, and it's just busts open. Whoosh, red juice all on the concrete on the screen door. It's everywhere, right? So immediately I freaks out. I'm like, oh my God. She like, what? I'm like, it just bust. She like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I got it. I'm like, just go to the house. She like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, just go to the house. Boom. She goes to the house. I goes inside the house. I toss the Subway sandwich, the chips up on the counter. I get the water. Boom. I get the cleaning up the juice out there. Now, days and days went past. Me and Nikki have this routine. Okay? Nikki have not got me nothing else but Subway. Who want to eat Subway every day? Come on, let's be serious. I'm gonna eat, like, give me something else. Like, but I was grateful. So she was always just like sliding sandwiches. So I wasn't a big time eater. So I was taking the sandwiches and I was putting them downstairs in the refrigerator. Now here's the deal. We got a refrigerator upstairs. We had a refrigerator downstairs that was Mark. Mark could keep all his stuff there. A deep freezer downstairs. And then we had a deep freezer in the toy room. So, you know what I'm saying? So my mama really was just in the refrigerator upstairs and the deep freezers, not the other freezer, right? It was a big a big refrigerator down there that Mark was utilizing, right? For when he get juices and snacks and stuff like that, he was putting them in the refrigerator. So I'm just stashing the Subway sandwiches in there, you know what I'm saying? Days and days go past. All of a sudden I hear, Roshan, Mark, come in now. So immediately, when she don't say my name, so if she's not calling me Rody Dody, when she don't say my name, she screams my name. So it's like it startled me. So I'm like, what did I do now? Right? What did I do now? I go downstairs and Mark comes. She got all the sandwich. She like, who's eating Subway? Who's getting Subway? And I look because I couldn't believe, like, why was she saying that? She moved. She had all the Subway sandwiches on the counter. Okay, it was like about good 7, 8. So it was a lot of Subway sandwiches. Okay, I wasn't eating them all. I wasn't eating them. Okay, I was eating chips and eating Flaming Hot chips and drinking Hawaii Punch. I was surviving off that when I didn't want to eat the Subway, but I just knew I had a plan B if I got hungry. So she like, who been going to Subway? So Mark like, not me. So she looked at me. She like, you been going to Subway? I'm like, no. She like, so how are you getting these Subway sandwiches? I say, I'm not getting no Subway sandwiches. She was like, for sure enough that it was me getting the Subway sandwiches because the way she was talking to me, right? So Mark like, no, he like, I don't really like Subway like that. So my mama like, I know, Mark, it's okay. Okay, so I guess these Subway sandwiches just walked on in the house, right? So I'm looking, but the way she talking, she's looking at me. She got eye contact only on me though when she's saying this. So I'm like, in my heart, I'm like, oh my God, she might know something. Cause the way she was looking. So she said, okay, well, I'm gonna just go on ahead and throw these sandwiches away. So I looked in the back of my mind like, I got Buff in the back of my mind like, oh, she better not. She better not. You didn't buy those. You didn't buy those. She threw those sandwiches in the trash. I was heated. Even though that I probably wasn't going to eat it, I was heated. She say, got my whole refrigerator there smelling like onions and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So she going off. So she tells me to go back to my room, right? I go back to my room. Mark goes to his room. Now, days and days pass by, right? I've been sneaking outside, seeing Nikki, like late at night, like hopping out my window, sneaking on the phone. So it was just this one day, my dad comes home, right? My dad comes home and he got this big box, right? He got this big box. So I'm like, what's that? And then he was like a scanner. And so my mom like, yeah, we could be able to hear, anything that happened like on the scanner if somebody get hurt or anything. It's like a police scanner. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So she like, yeah, she like, Al, just hook it up out there. You know what I'm saying? At the bar area. So they go out there and hook it up out there. So my mama was always listening to the scanner. So every time I would come out there to check to see what she was doing when I was about to be sneaky, I just need to know her whereabouts and what she was doing because I was finna cut a rug. So my friend Jamie, she like, hey, what you on? I'm like, nothing. She like, can you come to my house? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm on lockdown. She like, come on, come to my house. She like, I gotta show you something. I'm like, all right. So I sneaks outside to go see what my mama doing. My mama is back there at the bar, having a drink, got the scanner going. Listening to people like, oh, somebody just got shot, da 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 da, so she's listening to it. So I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'm gonna lay down. I don't feel so good. She like, you came all the way out here to tell me that? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I just wanted to let you know I was finna lay down. She like, okay, go lay down. I'll let you know when I want my jacuzzi water ran. Because that was just what I had to do for her every night, period. All right. So boom, soon as I go back in the crib, I go downstairs. I knock on Mark's door. I tell him, I'm like, hey, I'm finna go to Jamie's crib. He like, I don't even want to know. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you so you have my back. He like, having your back? I ain't gonna have no back. Mama is mad for no reason. I'm like, she mad at me. I know she mad at me. He like, yeah, she know that it was you with the Subway sandwich. I'm like, how you know? He like, I don't know. He like, but I know Mom. So I was like, it was me. He like, how did you get him? I'm like, Nikki was giving it to me. He like, what? I'm like, yeah, Nikki. He like, you was letting her in the house? I'm like, no. I'm like, she was throwing it over the gate. He like, pfft. I'm like, you better not tell Mom. He like, I ain't gonna snitch on you. I'm like, look, I'm gonna just need you to have my back. If she look for me, I'm gonna lock my room door. He like, all right. I'm like, I'm going out the window. Straight up, I'm going out the window. I go in my room, I goes out the window. Straight up, I goes out the window. I got my sheet, make it down successful. I'm slow with it though. I ain't trying to fall. I'm slow with it. Boom. I gets down there. I shoot straight to Jamie crib. When I get to Jamie crib, this girl just showing me that she got some gas. And she wanted to share with me. I'm like, I don't think I could take that in the crib because it stank. It stank. I was like, I don't think I could take this to the crib. So she like, I'm going to wrap it in plastic. I'm like, and it ain't going to smell? She like, no. So she wrapped it in plastic. I'm like, all right, I appreciate it. She like, all right. She like, I'm going to call you. I'm like, no, don't call the house phone. I'm like, I'm going to call you though. She like, all right. So boom, I leave. Now, as I leave, I come by the candy store way. Nikki coming out the candy store way. Right? It's at night. All right. The candy store didn't close until a good 11 o'clock because at the 8, the candy store lady used to sell like beers, shots, all type of stuff like for grown-ups. So, you know what I'm saying? I see Nikki. So Nikki like, oh, you outside? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, my mama threw away them Subway sandwiches. She like, what? I'm like, I was saving them. She like, you wasn't eating them? I'm like, well, I don't like to eat Subway every day. She like, well, you want me to get you something different? I'm like, I love chicken. She like, okay, I could just be giving you Popeyes. I'm like, you think that'll fit underneath like that bag will fit underneath the gate? She like, I just toss it over. I'm like, all right, cool. So now we're walking down our block on the same side. So I'm like walking. So she kind of cuffed my hand. So I'm like, She like, oh, you embarrassing me? I'm like, what? No, I'm not embarrassing you. I'm like, it ain't like you my girl. She like, so I'm not your girl, but you acting like you my boyfriend. I'm like, I'm not acting like that. So I say, let's cross over. Like, let's cross on the opposite side of our block. So we cross over. And we going down our same block, but we on the other side, right? So now, you know what I'm saying? I end up taking my pinky and I just like cuff her little pinky and we walking. So we stop by this big tree. She like, can I kiss you? I'm like, you stole the kiss last time. She like, I'm not talking about last time. Can I kiss you? I'm like, your sister might don't like that. So she like, I don't care. So I'm like, if you want to. She like, if I want to. I'm like, yeah, if you think you can kiss me. I'm like, kiss me. So she kissed me. And that was that, right? So I'm like, I got to get back in the house. So as I'm talking to her, this boy that stayed a couple of blocks over that always pick with her, that like her, he had like this sandy brown hair. He was when I'm talking about, he used to bully her, but like her at the same time. So he like, I saw what y'all was doing over here. I saw what y'all was doing over here. I'm like, nobody wasn't even doing nothing. He like, I saw that. He like, Beth will be on there with you. Right? So Nikki like, so go tell Beth. Beth not my mama. So they argue back and forth. I'm like, come on. So he like, I'm telling. I climb back in my window, perfect success. Now, when I climb back in my window, my door looks from the inside, it looks like it's unlocked. So I'm like, I remember locking the door behind me. So I come on out. My mama ain't say nothing. She walked right past. As soon as I opened the door, she walked right past me. Didn't say nothing. Now, days, weeks. I mean, I'm sticking outside, kicking it with Nikki. We're walking around the block a few times. I'm talking about we just kicking the bobos for months and months and months. And my mama already warned me. She didn't want me talking to these people. So this one particular time, I took a nap. I was on the couch. I took a nap. My mama ended up saying, hey, I'm going for a ride. I'll be right back. She said, I'm going to go get some things for Carlina and do a couple of errands for her. She said, just watch out the Caleb. All right, cool. Every time my mama dip, you already know, the kiddo finna get on the phone. So I'm on the phone, I'm talking to Nikki. She like, I want to hug you. I miss you so much. I've been on lockdown. I can't come out. You feel me? So she comes to the door. Boom, she give me a hug. So she like, I want to be on the phone with you. I want to talk to you. Like, why I can't talk to you? Ooh. She was like, I'm so tired of Beth. She always trying to run my life and tell me who I can talk to and who I can't talk to. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm going to have an idea. I'm like, I'm going to call you tonight. She like, okay. I'm like, come give me another kiss. So I grab her. Like, now I'm getting confident because I did it. We done kissed once. So I grabbed her. She had a big, you know what I'm saying, nice posterior. So I grab her, boom, straight by her. You know what? Kissed her, boom, she dips. Now, mind you, that we have cameras, but when you a teenager and your blood is flowing, you ain't really thinking about all that extra. You feel me? You just want to be the man. You feel me? Boom, she walks away. I go straight to the bar. That's what my mama spent predominantly all her time at the bar. I goes to the bar. Oh yeah, I'm on that now. I go to the bar. I grab the cordless phone. Now, mind you, the whole box to the cordless phone will let you know if it's used if somebody else in the house is using the phone. So I didn't want her to know I was using the phone. So I took the cordless phone, but I took the back of the box and I took the cord and I just snatched it out. Put the cordless phone back, right? So now it don't show no light. So I just kind of just messed up the cord. Boom, and I dip out. I dip out her bar like nothing ever happened. I go to the house. Days and days now. Steady progressing. Now I'm really talking to Nikki. I'm talking to her a lot. I'm talking to her so much that it doesn't make no sense. Well, Beth's sister. I'm just talking to her a lot, right? I'm getting away with it too. My mama will go to sleep. I would take the downstairs phone, go in my room, and just be on the phone with this girl. My mama can't see it now. She's in the room and she see that it says in use, I'm caught. So I was on the phone this one particular time. My mama picks up while Nikki is talking to me. My mom picks up like, who on my phone? And we both got silent. Like, I just hit it. Beep. I hung it up. And I put the cordless phone under my pillow. I put it under my pillow. So my mama like, who on my phone? So my mama come to my door. She like, are you on my phone? Are you on my house phone running my phone bill up? I'm like, no. Straight up, no, I'm not. I'm not on your house phone. She like, okay. She goes downstairs to Mark. Mark like, no, I ain't on the house phone. She said, okay, y'all stand right here. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm not worried about her. This lady grabbed her cell phone and called the house phone and was listening to the phone's ring. And guess what? Why did it take the battery out the back? I wasn't even thinking. I got caught busted with the house phone in my room. My mom turned up on me. We talk about she turned up on me. She say, touch your phone again. She grabbed the phone. She, bow, clucked me upside the head. She say, touch another phone. I don't want to see you have no phones. Nothing that can ring. You got that? Don't get on my house phone. You don't pay no bills in here. Then you want to keep lying to me. Did I just ask you what you want my phone? I'm like, my head. Bow. She said, that's not the answer I wanted to hear. She hit me again. So I'm like, yeah, you asked me. She said, you could tell me, yeah, I was on the phone. Who you was talking to? I said, my friend. She said, you know what? Touch my phone again. I promise you're not going to have no fingers. Touch my phone again. Days and days go by. I am touching this lady phone again. She just now realized that her bar cordless phone not working. So they got to go get a whole new phone. But they ain't got one yet. So I'm on the phone. She out there at the bar. I'm on the phone. And I'm talking to Beth's sister. And I'm like flirting. We're talking like not PG-13. We was talking bad. So all of a sudden, my mom comes in the house. I had the cordless phone. I was laying on the couch. I had the cordless phone. I put it underneath the pillow. So my mom got big headphones on. And so I'm looking. I'm like, Mom. So I had to do this. So she like, huh? I'm like, what's that? She like, oh, this connected to the scanner so I could be able to hear. I'm like, now my mom don't like stuff like that. She don't like stuff in her eyes. She don't like headphones. So it kind of threw me off, right? So boom, my mama goes back to the bar. So yeah, that's my mom. Like she get on some headsets. She like, oh, she probably listen to music. I'm like, no, she been walking around for a couple of days with these big headphones on. So I'm steady flirting with her. So she like, you thinking about moving? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna run away. I'm telling this girl about plans. She like, I want to run away with you. Ooh. My mama come back in. You hear back door now opening. I slide the phone back under the pillow. So my mama look at me. She say, you on my phone? I'm like, no. She like, I'm gonna ask you again. You on my phone? I say, no. She say, didn't I tell you I don't want you talking to them next door? You still talking to them? I'm like, I'm not talking to them. She like, okay, that's your final answer. I'm like, yeah, I'm not talking to them. I'm like, I've been in the house, Mom. Okay. So she went out there. She got my dad. My dad come in. He like, you been talking to the next door neighbors? I'm like, now I can't tell a story to him. So I'm looking at him like, no, not really. My mama came over there. Bow! You just gonna sit in our face square like that and just say no. You know what? I always gotta prove something to you. My mama said, you know what I've been doing? And I looked at her. I said, she said, I'm gonna tell you how I know you've been talking to the neighbors. You so in love with Beth's sister and all that. I told you don't talk to them. So now you like her sister. So I'm like, in my mind, like, how does she know that? How does she know that? She said, you see this? So the headphones she had on was connected to the scanner, but the scanner picked up me and her phone call. Me and Beth's sister phone call. So my mom kept it always on that station, and anytime I would get on, that's why she kept coming back and forth in the house. She like, I was listening to every conversation. Why you think you wasn't getting whoopings every time I would catch you with my phone? You think I didn't know you was on my phone? I've been listening, and y'all just up there. God knows what. I'm finna go over there right now. I'm finna get everybody. They finna come over here. We all finna talk about it. They finna know right now. I'm like, no way. Do Beth know that you took it to her? I'm like, but is it? You know what? I'm going to go get Joanne. I'm going to go talk to them right now because I said you can't talk to them. Them nasty people. She said, Al, you know what? We all finna have a meeting right now. My mama barged out the door. Immediately, I had to defecate.